Okay, we're going to go ahead and call this regular commission meeting to order. I'll say good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. And at this time, we're going to open the meeting with an invocation followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Almighty God, bless our nation and make it faithful to the ideals of freedom and justice and brotherhood for all who make it great. Be close to our municipal leaders. Give us vision and courage as we ponder decisions affecting the welfare of our citizens and the future of the cities. Make us more intensely aware of our heritage, realizing not only our rights, but also our duties and responsibilities as citizens. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Carly, if you can call the roll, please.
Nininger?
Here.
Thomas?
Here.
Thompson? Reed?
Here.
Petting?
Here. All right. We're going to start off with the reports, and we'll start off with Vice Mayor Nininger and Public Safety.
Okay. The peak of the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season is just days away. Have you made your family or business hurricane plan yet? Time is one resource you cannot get more of. Once a tropical storm or hurricane is threatening South Pasadena, there will be a limited amount of time for you to get ready. Get set and protect yourself from the impacts. You can become better prepared by following these 3 steps. Ready? We are at risk. Know your risks. Storm impacts can extend far outside of the forecast cone. Know what actions to take based on your risks. Set. Actions to take. Time to take action. As the storm moves closer and South Pasadena is forecast to have impacts, it's time to get set. Evacuation orders could range from 17 to 50 hours before impact. Protect. The impacts are here. Stay safe. As conditions become unsafe, you will need to shelter in place. It is not safe to move around during or immediately after a storm. Copies of the 2024 Pinellas County Hurricane Preparedness Guides are available now. Copies may be picked up at our City Hall or fire station for our residents and business owners. Questions about hurricane preparedness or how to schedule a live preparedness presentation at your community or place of business can be answered by calling the South Pasadena Fire Department at 727-344-1666. And we want everyone to mark your calendars for our fire station grand opening on Saturday, October 12th from 10 a.m. to noon. More info to come on our city website. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, and now we'll go to Commissioner Ben Thomas in Finance.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, y'all. At tonight's meeting, the Finance Department will be presenting the city's tentative budget for the fiscal year ended September 30th, 2025, in the amount of $15.52 million for all funds. A breakdown is as follows. The general fund is $9.5 million. The capital improvement fund is $3.7 million. The sewer enterprise fund is $1.9 million, and the reclaimed water enterprise fund is $365,900. Citizens can look for our budget summary advertisement in the Tampa Bay Times scheduled for the September 11th, 2024, or can contact our finance department for a detailed budget. The proposed general fund budget reflects a proposed millage rate of 5.175 mils compared to 5.063 mils for fiscal 24. The city's 2023 audit report has been completed, and a presentation with the city auditor has been scheduled for September 17th, 2024 at our 9 a.m. morning workshop for anyone wishing to attend. Based on the financial statements, the city continues to remain in good financial condition. At the fiscal 2023 year end, the audit shows approximately 8.3 months of operating expenditures in general fund reserves compared to 6.5 months at the end of fiscal 22. Finance and the auditors have completed the fiscal 2023 Pinellas County EMS true-up with the city owing a net $8,165 back to the county. Funding by the county totaled $1.67 million compared to the actual audited EMS expenditures of $1.048 million and for reimbursement by the county. The $18,652 difference is less than the 1% overhead allowance under our agreement, which nets to the $8,165. And I believe that's enough money going out the door.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you, Ben.
Okay.
All right, and we're going to go now to Commissioner Tom Reed in Public Works.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everybody. Big question, what's happening with all the flooding in South Pasadena? Well, everybody's noticed that we've had unprecedented amounts of rain here in the Tampa Bay area. It's not just us. There's been significant amount of rain in a short time, which is causing flooding throughout the city. I almost made the mistake of driving through it one day. Glad I didn't. My car would still be out there. But the grounds are completely saturated. This means that rainwater that normally would soak into the ground is now running into the street. For context, the city system was built decades ago to handle around 7 inches within 24 hours. That's 7 inches of downpour rain within 24 hours. In the past week, our rain gauge in the city reported that we received 6 inches plus in just 1.5 hours. That was on 9/4. Standard Florida drainage systems are not built to handle that much water in such a short span of time. And this doesn't even consider the high tide or the moon into consideration. So when you see these high waters and these torrential downpours, hopefully this helps explain what's going on. Also, the Bayview Pavilion project has started as of today. This project is projected to last at least 270 days, and we will be receiving a new pavilion and playground. This is 2 separate projects, and unfortunately the park and the playground will remain closed during the duration. We are sorry for the inconvenience, but the result will be well worth the wait. And as a reminder, we'd like to remind residents and non-residents alike that Hibiscus Hall is open for rentals. Contact the Public Works Department at 727-384-0701 for any inquiries. And that concludes my report.
Excellent. Thank you. All right. Commissioner Linda Thompson could not be here this evening, so I'm going to read her report for her. This is for the Community Improvement Department. So it looks like they posted the opening for the planner position and are hopeful that they will be getting an application soon. So if anybody knows any planners out there, send them down here to look for employment. And the building permit has been issued for Take 5 oil change at 1198 Pasadena Avenue South. Business tax receipts went out on July 1st and are due on September 30th. So make sure your payments are made prior to October 1st so that you don't incur any type of late fees. And that's it. Community improvement is a short one to read. That is nice. All right, let's get to admin. There's like 6 pages here. Okay, just kidding. Tonight, we will have a public hearing for resolution number 2024-04, adopting a tentative millage rate, and a first public hearing for ordinance number 2024-05, adopting the city's budget for fiscal year 2025. The second public hearing for ordinance number 2024-05 will be held at a special commission meeting on Monday, September 16th at 7 p.m. The final millage rate will also be set by resolution in that meeting. I want to thank everyone for your patience as we begin the construction, as Tom mentioned, on the new pavilion. Going to also be updating the playground, making sure everything looks great over there. We know that the closure is going to be inconvenient, but we're excited to share the facility with everyone soon. I think he said 270 days. What's that, 9 months, maybe? Yeah. So we're moving right into it. But to keep up with what's happening and to watch what's going on, just pay attention to our city's website and our Facebook page, because there'll be announcements and updates as the project goes along, similar to when our fire station was being built, which isn't that a great fire station? So, yeah. Speaking of events, be sure to mark your calendars for the fire station grand opening on October 12th and the holiday lighted boat parade on December 13th. Join us for a tour of the new fire station on October 12th from 10 a.m. till noon as we commemorate the opening of the facility. Details about the boat parade will be announced soon, and boaters registration is expected to open by early October. And lastly, the South Pasadena Community Band will hold its first local concert of the season next Thursday, September 19th at 7:30 p.m. right here at Hibiscus Hall. The concert will be held on the first floor and will feature movie tunes, marches, and more. Don't miss it.
What time is
All right.
that? What time, 7:30?
7:30 next Thursday.
Yep. Be sure you're here. All right. We're, now at this time, we're going to open the People's Forum. This is the portion of the meeting when the public can speak on anything that is not on the agenda. Is there anyone in attendance that wishes to speak for the People's Forum? Seeing none, I am going to close the People's Forum and will now accept agenda comment. This is the portion of the meeting that the public can speak on anything that is on the agenda that is not a public hearing. So is there anyone in attendance that wishes to speak for agenda comment? Okay, seeing no one, I am going to close the agenda comment portion of the meeting. We're going to move into public hearing, item number 1. This is resolution number 2024-04. And I'm going to ask our city attorney to read the resolution by title.
Resolution number 2024-04, a resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Pasadena, Florida, adopting a tentative millage rate for ad valorem taxes for the City of South Pasadena for fiscal year 2024 through 2025, providing for an effective date.
Yeah, thank you. The purpose of the public hearing is to receive input on the budget process from the public and the city commissioners. This meeting will accomplish the following in accordance with state statutes. A, announce the proposed millage rate adopted by the City Commission on July 1st, 2024. B, receive comments and questions from the public on both the budget and the millage rate and answer the public's questions. C, adopt a tentative millage rate. And D, adopt a tentative budget. So at this time, I'll ask our Finance Director, Jim Graham, to speak on the millage.
Good evening.
Evening.
I don't see a speaker up here. It must be hidden down below.
I can hear you.
Is that it?
That's your mic.
All right. Okay. I'm going to give us some definitions here in regard to the rollback. These are required by Florida statute, as you mentioned. I'm going to start out with the proposed adopted budget is based on a proposed tentative millage of 5.1750 mils, which is a 9.4% increase over the rollback rate. The current rollback rate as calculated is 4.7305. And I'm going to give you a definition of the rollback rate. The rollback rate of 4.7305 is the true millage rate necessary to collect the same total revenue as collected in the previous year on the same properties. The concept is that if taxable values increase and you use the same property tax base as used in the previous year, that the same millage rate is not needed to generate the same total revenue as last year. Using the exact same millage rate as last year against the same properties at inflated current values would generate an increase in total revenues, even though the millage rate would remain the same. Likewise, in periods of decreasing tax values, using the same millage rate as last year would result in a decrease in property tax values. We don't have that case this year. We have increase in values. The proposed tentative millage rate for fiscal 2025, as I said, is 5.1750. This compared to last year's millage rate of 5.0638 mils. So there is a slight increase on the millage. For the current year, taxable values increased $67 million from $906.8 million to $973.8 million. Using last year's exact same millage rate of 5.0638 would have generated $339,525 more in revenues, and that's basically because of a 7.4% increase in the taxable values. And I think that's all I have for you.
All right, well, thank you very much, Jim. All right, this time I'm going to open the public hearing on resolution number 2024-04. Is there anyone that wishes to speak? All right. Seeing no one, I close the public hearing for item 1, and I entertain a motion and a second to pass resolution number 2024-04, adopting a tentative millage rate of 5.1750 for fiscal year 2024-25.
I motion we make a resolution on 2024-04.
Second.
Okay. Is there any discussion on this item? I'm just going to make a quick comment here on the property tax comparison. So you had a home that was for your full assessed value was $300,000. Your taxable value after a $50,000 homestead brought it down to $250,000. Your increase over the taxes, the previous taxes, would be $27.80. So it's not a major increase for anyone, but it does help the city continue to strive for what is best for to take care of everyone here. I'm going to now ask Carly to call the vote.
Nightinger,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Penny.
Yes. All right, now we're going to go to item number 2, and this is ordinance number 2024-05, and I'll ask the city attorney to read the ordinance by title.
Ordinance number 2024-05, an ordinance of the City of South Pasadena, Florida, adopting fiscal year 2024 through 2025 budget, providing an effective date. Second reading.
All right, thank you. At this time, I'll open the public hearing for ordinance number 2024-05. Is there anyone that wishes to speak? Seeing none, I'm going to close the public comment and entertain a motion and a second to pass ordinance number 2024-05 on second reading.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion on this? Okay. Hearing none, I'll ask Carly to call the vote.
Thomas,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Nightinger,
Yes.
Penny.
Yes. The final adoption of the millage rate will be made by resolution, and the third and final reading of the budget ordinance will be heard at the second public hearing to be held on Monday, September 16th, 2024 at 7:00 p.m. The millage rate set tonight cannot be increased at the final public hearing. We have no unfinished business, but we do have a consent agenda, and this is item number 3. Is approval of the commission meeting minutes for the month of August 2024, which are on file in the city clerk's office. So I need a motion and a second to pass the consent agenda.
I motion we approve the meeting minutes.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Second.
Aye.
Second.
Thank you.
A second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. All right, so I jumped the gun a little there. New business, item number 4. Motion. And this is creation of the Pinellas County Metropolitan Planning Organization, MPO. So I'll ask our city attorney to read the motion, please.
Motion to approve amendment to the interlocal agreement for the creation of Pinellas County Metropolitan Planning Organization.
Thank you. All right, they have a motion and a second to accept the motion as read by our attorney.
Let's make the motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, is there any discussion on this item? All right, seeing none, I'll ask Carly to call the vote.
Yes.
Nightinger,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Penny.
Yes. All right, our last item this evening, item number 5, and this is the selection of the independent auditor, and I'll ask our city attorney to read the motion, please.
Motion to accept the recommendation of the Auditor Selection Committee. Issue a notice of intent to award the bid to Markham LLP for independent audit services, and to authorize the city attorney to enter into contract negotiations with Markham LLP.
Thank you. Do I have a motion and a second to accept the motion as read by the attorney?
I motion to accept the recommendation of the committee.
A second?
Second.
Look at each other. It's one of the two of you, you know.
Okay. I didn't think you could.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, we did it.
No, you couldn't vote on the appointment of a family member to
Okay,
the committee.
but I can vote on
You
their-
Vote on this.
Okay, that's what I thought, okay. That's why we had to stare down.
Like, what's
We
that?
got, you and I got scared.
I saw the fear.
It sure got quiet there for a minute.
Okay, now that we know everything's above board and legal, is there any discussion on this item? I want to thank you and the committee for all the hard work. It was a lot of work, I know, to speak to these people and get this all taken care of. And thank you, Jim, for your help with all this. So let's go ahead and let's Carly call the vote.
Ettinger,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Yes. So at this time, wish everyone a pleasant evening, and we will adjourn.